Hello everyone, I'm Frank and welcome to Frank Puzzles, and this is today's challenging level puzzle, and it's called Japanese Sum Dutch Loop by Yitrio. And here are the rules. We have normal Sudoku rules apply, which means in every cell in the grid, place a single digit from 1 through 9 such that there are no repeats in any row, column, or designated 9-cell region. We need to draw a 1-cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells. The loop may not touch itself, not even diagonally. So as an example, let's try to draw a loop here that works. Why is it skipping that? I don't know. This would be a valid example of a 1-cell wide loop of orthogonally connected cells. And the way I put it is basically every cell on the loop must share an edge with exactly 2 other cells on the loop. And if it shares a corner with any cell in the loop, they must be neighbors or they must share a neighbor. So that's why this is an example. This works fine because every cell on the loop shares an edge with exactly 2 cells. And if they share a corner, they are either neighbors or they share a neighbor. What would not be valid is something like this, right? Because these 2 cells share a corner, but they're not neighbors and they don't share a neighbor. So that's why it's not valid for this to be and it's considered touching itself diagonally here, right? So that's why it would be considered not valid. The loop acts as a Dutch whisper line. That is, adjacent digits on the loop must have a difference of at least 4. So, for example, say this was a 3. Whoops, not a color. Say this was a 3. If this was a 3, these digits would have to be 7, 8, or 9, because those are the only digits 4 or more away from 3. And that's how the loop is going to work, because it's a Dutch whisper loop. And I'll call them whisper for loops, not because I'm disrespecting anybody, the people who came up with these, but I think it makes more sense to basically have something that's potentially extendable, right? And someone, a setter, created this designation, and I thought it was just brilliant the way that they did it, because they used essentially, I think it was Whisper 5 at the time, but they also used something like a Whisper 3 line and a Whisper 6 line or whatever. And it flowed very extended directly from that. And you were able to instantly go, oh, okay, I know what that means, right? So that's the reason why I used Whisper 4, and that's what I will be calling it. But just to let you know, it's essentially the same as a Dutch whisper line. And you can use Dutch whisper as a saying. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. You know, everybody has their own preferences, right? So, but that's what I mean when I'll say whisper 4 lines. And then finally, we have the rule of Japanese sums, where clues outside the grid give the sums of loop segments in the respective row or column in order, where cells not on the loop separate segments. A question mark indicates any digit from 0 to 9, but no clue may have a leading 0. So if you have a question mark as a sum, or a question mark 0, this question mark at the front cannot be a 0. That's what it means to not have a leading 0. An asterisk denotes any arbitrary number of Japanese sum clues. Oh. And this could be 0 clues, 1 clue, or multiple clues. Okay, that's interesting. So, as an example, this is not a good example for what we have currently. Basically, okay. Let's try to have a decent example. So we could have something like here, here, here. I don't even know if this works. I guess it could be like that. Okay, so maybe like this. This could work, right? So I'm looking at specifically row 4. So this is saying that something with 20, so it could be 20, 21, 20 through 29, is the first set of segments on this Japanese sum Dutch loop, right? So these three digits would have to add up to 20 something, whether it's 20 through 29, we don't know. This could be a single digit, which adds up to any digit that's not 0, and same with this. And these asterisks says that there could be there's one clue here, so we definitely know there's a set that have to add up to a double digit number, a double digit sum, I should say. And this asterisk means that there could be 0, 1, or multiple Japanese sum clues after that, right? This would signify here in column 6 that there is either 0, 1, or multiple Japanese sum clue. Basically, it would be there would be 0, 1, or multiple Japanese sum clues, which means you could have like even something like, I don't know, this be part, and this be part, etc., etc. So these could all be corresponding to the asterisk here, and then you have a part that adds up to 13, and then you have no part afterwards, or whatever. The asterisks basically are substitutes for potentially 0, 1, or multiple Japanese sum clues. I hope that was clear. I'm not sure how else to describe it, where it makes sense. But basically, yeah. So this could be just essentially one Japanese room clue in row 2, but it could be up to like as many as you want, right? Because the asterisk could be 0, or it could be multiple clues, or it could be one clue, right? So this could be 2 Japanese sum clues here. Anyways, those are all the rules. If you like to play along, there's going to be a link in the description. And now, I'm going to get started. Let's go. Okay, the real interesting part is this row 4. We have 3 digits, which must be in a row, and add up to at least 20. So we definitely have to have 3 digits. We could have 4. We could have up to actually 7, I think. No, you could have it. Yeah, you could have it technically be the full one. But the thing is, there must be 3, then a break, then at least 1, then a break, then at least 1. And that's guaranteed along this line. So I think that guarantees that this is, because if this has to be on the loop. If it's not on the loop, then that means none of these. So you can't have 2 digits adding up to 20. You could have 3, because it could be something like 948 or something along those lines. That's 21. Or 938. So if you don't have one, if this is not on the loop, then the thing is you cannot have any digits that are on the loop before that. So this would be 3 at least. And then to exit in and enter in, to exit out, it can't work, right? Because it would be then essentially considered touching itself, right? Because it would be touching itself here. And another way of putting it is that the cell on the loop would have 3 cells that it shares an edge with, which is not allowed. So this has to be on the loop. We know that for certain. So it has to be, it could be 3 this way, 3, then like 1, 1. I think it has to do that, or something along those lines, right? Because if it doesn't go up, the problem is that so say it goes like this. The problem is if it doesn't go up, say it goes down first. The problem is it has to go here and then go here, but then it can't go back up this way, right? So this actually has to go either 3 here or 4 here or 3 here or 3 here and then go up. And then it has to go back down and then go back up. Right? And then this counts as 3 for these adding up to 20 something, 1 for adding up to a single digit, 1 adding up to a single digit. So that would work that way. So this has to be like 3 going there, going up, and then going down. And it has to get to here, right? Row 1, we are guaranteed at least 2 here, 2 digits here, then it goes down, then it goes back up. That means it must go 3 digits that way to go there. So it's going to be something like that. It could be from a whole bunch of different places though. It cannot be 4 digits because 4 digits is never going to add up to a single digit here, number here. Interesting. The first part of this is double digits though. So I think then it has to do something like this. It has to be at least 2 digits here. Right? Then this is at least 3. Because this part says the first sum that it sees must be a double digit sum. Okay. So how do we, okay. Then it's double digits at least. So it's something like, so it has to be 3. Interesting. So that means this has to be on the loop no matter what, right? It could be 3 digits here. We actually don't know. But the thing is, to get this to work without touching itself, it's at least 2 digits here. It must go up, and then it has to be 3 digits at least there, and it can't be more, so it has to go down. Then it could go here. This is the minimum without touching itself, and this is at least 2 digits that way. But if it's just 2 digits, it would be going down, it would be touching itself. So it would have to be 3 digits that way. Then. So either it's going to be that, or you extend this by 1, or you extend this by 1. Either way, it's going to be something like this of a set, right? Can it be 4 digits? Well, it could be 4 digits. Yeah, that's fine. So what are the possible combinations that you could have? Obviously, it's something like this. And then you could go that. I think this has to be on the loop no matter what. It could be obviously these two. And then this. That works. So I think, okay, so possibilities. We're going to do here. So we have light, then we could have this. So this could go down that way. Or it could do something like, it can't be 4 here. This has to be 3. So it could extend this way and then go that. So this is also possible. So it could extend there, 4. We know it has to extend at least 3 that way, though. So that's all the possibilities with this. This is always 3. This is, I guess this could be 3 this way. So it could be 3, then 3 here. And then 3 here. So that's possible too. So far, these are in both. This is in both. These are in both. Let's So it could be here or here. Then you could also extend this way, so that's also possible. So what's in both, I guess I should say. These are all in both, so that's fine. This is in both. So these are, so we have this as a possibility. Or it could go down here. So these are not guaranteed here. So it could be something like this. So these would be guaranteed to be on the loop. There, or not including that, it goes down there. Or it could go like that. But basically these are not guaranteed. You could do something like extend that way to go there. So then this is not in both. This could be 3 digits here. Right? Or it's at okay, so this is at minimum 2 this way, right? So that's the minimum going that way. So then these are not guaranteed. These 3 are not guaranteed to be on the loop. So again, right, we have this going here. Because again, this adds up to a single digit, which is why it can't be 4 digits. So 3 down here, up here. Or this to here, all the way down here. This to here, down. Or it could include these. So it could be these two down to here, there. Obviously, you could have 3 there. I think those are all the possibilities, right? Yeah, those are the possibilities. So these have to be on the loop. Okay. This has to be double digits, so it has to turn this way then. So it has to go there, because otherwise it just doesn't work, right? You can't have a single digit going that way and that not being on the loop. So this is on the loop, which means this must go that way. So then it must go that way, which means it goes down that way to connect. These are not on the loop because it would be considered touching itself. Same with this. Same with here. This is not on the loop. So this has to go down here. This is double digits. This is single digit, double digits here. Single digits. It has to be 6, 1, and 2, right? I guess maybe I should make these gray. And then this, well, we don't know if it's high or low. So actually, but this is definitely 6 next to 1 or 2. Because otherwise they can't be next to each other on a Whisper 4 line. So this would be 5 through 9 here. This would be 5, 7, 8, 9 here. This could be just a 3 by itself. That's fine. This is double digits. This adds up to a double-digit number. So this either goes like that, or it goes like that. In which case, this has to be on the loop. Shoot, but it can't go... Oh, I guess it could just touch here and then go back down. Right, it doesn't have to go up. So it could do something like this. Oh, that was another thing that I... Okay, never mind. It has to do this then. Because it can't go up to any of these, because that would be considered touching itself. So we have to have essentially a 3 set here also. At least, right? And yeah, it has to be 3 and then it has to go up. So it has to go that way. So this is not on the loop. This is not on the loop. This is not on the loop because it would consider touching itself. So this is 3 going this way, so it has to go here. It has to go here. This has to connect to that way. Cannot touch itself there, so this would be done that way. So that's done on the loop. These can't be on the loop because it would be considered touching itself. It could go here and then down here. That's fine. This has to go extend to here. This is a question mark. Huh. So this has to be, it can be 1, 9. So this cannot be 5, 6, or 7. It's either 1, 9, 2, 8, or 2, 9 here. We don't know which. This is 20 something for 3 digits. This is 3 digits adding up to, and it has, so this also has to be 6, 1, 2. Because that's the only 3-digit number all in a row. So basically all adjacent to each other, which can add up to a single digit for 3 cells. This could technically be 3 cells, or it's 2. We don't know. So it goes... This is 6, so but this could be 3. That could work. This adds up to 20 something. So it's either 3 or 4 here, next to an 8 or 9 pair. It could be a 7, 9 pair. No, it cannot be 7, 9. I think it has to be 8 or 9, period. If this is 3, to add up to 20 something, it's 8 and 9. With 4, you could technically have 7, 9 adding up, but 7 is less than 4 away from 4. So this is guaranteed to be an 8, 9 pair here. There is the last cells here add up to either 10, 20, or 30. This could connect that way. This could connect that way. Or it could connect that way. That's fine too. This is 1 through 5. So this is 8, 9 pair. That's interesting. This adds up to teens. This has to add up to a single digit. So it cannot have 9. So what digits can be here? Away from 5, 7, 8, and 9. So 9 would mean this is 1 through 5. And you could have a 9 there, technically, to be 4 away from the 5. This digit cannot be 9. Because if it were 9, then these would add up to... well, we can't have 1, 2... Okay, so remaining digits in row 1 are 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. So 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. If this were... So this can't be 9 again for the same reasoning. That's not very many things that can be here, then. 5 does not work anywhere here. Anywhere here. Well, can't be here, I should say. So 5 cannot be here. Because if 5 is here, it can only be next to 1 and 9 on a whisper 4 line. And 1 is already taken in the row. But 5 could be here. 5, 9, 1. This is at most, can't be... So 3 cannot be here. The furthest away that it could be would be 7, 8, 9, and that adds up to a 2-digit number. So 3 can't be here. 4 can't be here for the same reasoning. If this is 4, this has to be 8 or 9, which is a 2-digit number. 5 could be here. 7, 8 could be here. If 5 is here, this could be 9. And that could be 3, 4. So that does work. So 5 could be with 1. 7 could be with 1, 2, 3, and 8 could be with 1 through 4. So this cannot be a low digit here. So this has to be 5 or 9 here. Right? To be 4 or more away from 1 through 4, it has to be 5 or higher. So this is 5 or 9. Therefore, this must be 5 or 9. So this is a 5-9 pair, which eliminates 5 and 9 in the rest of the column. We have to have at least a 3 here. That's interesting. Huh. So it could do something like this then to go back. Maybe. Okay, so this is 5, 9 as a pair, which means this can't be 9. This is 8. This must be a 2-digit number. So it has to be 2 and 8, which makes this 1, which makes sense. 1, 5, 9 is valid there. 1, 2, 3, 4 is valid there. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so this is 9, which makes this 8. There's not 8 possible in any of these cells. Digits 4 or more away from 8 is 1, 3, or 4. That leaves to 5, 6, 7, or 9 here. And this is, again, 4 away from 8, so it's 1, 3, or 4. So this cannot be 5. It has to be next to 1 and 3 at minimum, so this is 7 or 9. And it cannot be 9 because of the 5, 9 pair in the row, so this can't be 9. This is 7, which is 4 or more away from only 1 and 3 out of the remaining set. This can't be 3 and 7 then. This is 1, 3 as a pair. So we have to have, what do we have to have? Remaining digits in this box 1. We have 4, 5, 6, and 9. Okay, and this can't be 9. That's fine. Remaining digits in row 2. We have 1 through 4 and 6. That means this can't be 1 or 6. We know one of these two digits then is a 6. This must be a single... Okay, this can't be 4. If this is 4, that makes that 5 to be a single digit, but obviously that doesn't work. What about 3? 3 and 5 doesn't work either. 2 works with 7. So this is 1, 2 as a possibility. We have a 1, 2, 1, 2 pair in column 7. That doesn't help us too much. Remaining digits in... Oh, this 1 eliminates 1 here, so this is 2, which makes this not 2. That's 1, which makes this not 1. That's 2. 2 can only be next to 9 out of 5 or 9 on a Whisper 4 line, so this is 5. There can't be 5 here. It must be 2 and 7 to add up to a single digit. So this can't be 7 here, no 7 left here, no 2 here, and no 2 here. 7 can only be next to 3 out of 3, 4, 8, and 9. So this is 3, which forces this to be 8 or 9 to be next to it. No 3s left in row 1 and in box 3. 5 in row 1 has to be one of these two digits, which eliminates 5 in the rest of the box. 8 and 9 cannot be next to a 6. So this can't be 6, which forces this to be a 6 here. 1 or 4 has to be next to 5 through 9 here. It cannot be 6 or 7, so it's 5 through 9 there. Okay. This is a single digit. This adds up to 20-something. Remaining digits in box 2. We have 2, 3, 4, 7, 8. And obviously no 2 here because of 2 in the row. Remaining digits in box 3. We have 1, 5, 1, 4, 5, 8, 9. And this can't be 1 because of 1 in the column. So how does this work? Obviously, we need another section of the loop here somewhere. It cannot be here because then this part has to connect somewhere here to this, and this part must connect somewhere to here. And if it goes that way, it would have to connect here, and this would be a circle, which is not allowed. So it cannot be here. So how do you... Okay, so say we tried to do something like this. The problem is this couldn't go down here, so it would have to connect there. I guess that works. I mean, you could do something like that, right? That is possible. What about something like this going back? So if we did that, okay, so this cannot go here and then go back, because if we tried to do that, so something like this, the problem is the last digit here, or the last cell here, doesn't add up to a 2-digit number. So we cannot do something like that. It has to be something going like this, going back. And to do that, it has to go essentially down here, come back this way, right? So this is not connected. This has to go down. This must come from here. This is not connected either. So this has to go down here. And if we try, we can't do something like this, right? Going where you go back here, because it would be considered touching itself. It has to go that way. So this has to be 2 that way. This can't go down because it would be considered touching itself. So it finishes off here. We could go from here. So we don't know. We could go actually all the way here. That is possible. But we know we needed 2 there, so this cannot touch that way. This can't be touched. So it has to go here at least. It could go straight up. It could go around. We don't know. This has to go here. This could go straight down. We don't know. Okay. This part must add up to 10, but we could just extend all the way over there. That is possible. Okay, so this is 1. That can be next to 5, 6, 8, or 9. That could be next to 5 or 9. With 1 through 4 here. No 3, or no 1 or 3 here. 5, 8, or 9. Okay, remaining digits in row 4. We have 3, 4, 5, and 7. That's pretty restrictive. This can't be 3. 5 could be, this is 3, 4, 5. It cannot be 7, though. So this cannot be 5 here, because 5 can only be next to 1 and 9. So this is 8 and 9 as a pair, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the box. So this is 8 and 9 pair, which eliminates 8 and 9 in the rest of the column, too. 3, 4, 5. 5 could be next to 1 or 9, but it can't be actually 9 here. So it can't be 9. So this can't be 5. Therefore, this is 3 or 4. It has to be next to 7. So this is 7, which makes this 3 to be next to it. This has to be next to a low, and it cannot be 4, 5, or 9. So that makes this a 2. 2 has to be next to 6, 8, or 9. So that's fine there. These cannot be on the loop, obviously. 2 can be next to 6, 7, 8, or 9, but obviously not 7 because of 7 in the row. 9 can be next to 1 through 5 here. 1, 3, 4, 5, because 2 cannot be here. 6, 8, 9. This can't be 6 because of 6 in the box. So it's 8 or 9 can be next to 3 or 4, which can be next to 7, 8, 9 here. 7, 8, 9 can be next to 1 through 5 here. So we just need some section that adds up to 3 at the end. Oh, it has to be 13 at least, because there's no leading zeros. So this has to go this way then. And this must add up to 13. So none of these are connected to the loop. This adds up to 9, which satisfies that. This must add up to 13 at least, and it really has to be just 13. 13 without a 6 or 9, which means this must be a high here. So it's 7 or 8. If you have 8, let's try 7 first. It has to be, both have to be 4 or more away from 7, which would be 2 and 3 at maximum. So 7, 2, and 3 does not work, because that adds up to 12. So this must be 8. So this has to be 8, which makes this a 4, which eliminates 4 here. So this is a 5, 9 pair, which eliminates 9 here. So it's 8, which makes this 9. This 4 eliminates 4 here, so it's 3, which eliminates 3 here. So it's 1, which eliminates 1 here, so it's 4. And this 1 here eliminates 1 here, so it's 3. So this is not 4. This is a 5, 9 pair, which eliminates 5 and 9 in the rest of the box. This can't be 9. This can't be 3 or 4. This becomes a 2, 7, 8 triplet. 4 eliminates 4 here. So this is 5. This can't be 4, 5. It's 1. Okay. This is 8. It cannot have 4 to add up to 13, which is what this has to add up to, because it can't add up to 23. It has to be 5 plus 8, which is 2 and 3. So this is a 2, 3 pair. So we have a 2, 3 pair, 2, 3 pair, which eliminates 8 from being there. We have a 7, 8, 9 triplet in column 5, which eliminates 7, 8, 9 in the rest of the column. That leaves the remaining digits as 3, 4, and 6. Well, the only one that's 4 or more away from any of these digits is 6. So this is 6, which makes this 2, which makes that 3. This can't be 3 or 6. It's 4, which eliminates 4 here, so that's 3. 2 and 8 eliminate 2 and 8 here, so it's 7, which eliminates 7 here, so it's 8, which makes that a 2. This can't be 3 anymore, and this can't be 3, so it's 4, which means this can't be 3 or 4. No 4 here. This can't be 4 either. 4 eliminates 4 here, so that's 6, which makes that 4. Okay, this digit is 4 or more away from 6. It has to be a 1, which means this could be 5, 6, or 7, because it cannot be 8, 9, because of 8, 9 in the column. This is 4 or more away from 1, 3, or 5. So it could be 6 or 7 here, if it's 1 or 3. If it's 5, that's 1. And those are the only possibilities there. Remaining digits in column 3 are 1, 3, 5, 6, 7. And this can't be 3 either. I don't think it could go straight down, right? Well, let's do remaining digits in box 6, or box 8. They have to be 5, 7, 9, which means this is 5 guaranteed here. So this can't be 5. This is 7, which means this can't be 7. That's 5. 7 eliminates 7 here. So this is a 5, 9 pair, which eliminates 5 and 9 in the rest of the box. So this is 7. This 8 eliminates 8 here, so it's 9. So this cannot be 9 here. Remaining digits in column 4. We have 4 and 8. Okay. Remaining digits in column 6. We have 1 and 5. Okay. This can't be 7 because of 7 in the row. If it goes straight down, Let's do remaining digits in ooh. Um let's do column 9 and column 8. We have 1, 2, 5, 6 in column 9. And this can't be 1, 2, or 5, so that makes that a 6. Okay, that makes that easy. So that means this can't be 6 here. This is 1, 2, and 5, and this cannot be 1 or 2, so that forces this to be 5 here. This can't be 5, this can't be 5. This 6 eliminates 6 here, so that's 8, which leaves the remaining digits as 4, 9 as a pair. That means the 4 and 9 cannot be in the rest of the row, so this can't be 4. This is 8, which makes this 4. Okay, this is 5, and this can't be 5 or 6, so this has to be 7, which eliminates 7 in the rest of the column. Okay, remaining digits in column 7 and 8. Let's do 8 first. We have 4, 7, 8, 9. This can't be 4, 8. This can't be 7. This can't be 7. Where is the 7 in column 8? It has to be here. Remaining digits in column 7. We have 3, 4, 6, and 9. This can't be 3. This can't be 4. No 6 here. That's not that restrictive. Remaining digits in row 5. We have 1, 3, 5, and 6. And this can't be 1 or 6. So where is the 6 in row 5? It has to be here. So this is 6, which eliminates 6 here, so that's 1. Which eliminates 5 here, so, or sorry, 1 there, so it's 5, which makes this 1. 1 can only be next to 5 out of 3 or 5, so this is 5, this is 3. This can't be 1 or 5 anymore, it's 6. This can't be 1, 5, or 6, it's 3. 6 eliminates 6 here, so that's a 4, 9 pair, which eliminates 4 and 9 in the rest of the column. So this can't be 4, 9, it's 3. This can't be 3 or 9, it's 6. Okay. So the 7 could go to here as a 3. Remaining digits in row 9. 4, 8, and 9. And 7 cannot be next to it on a whisper 4 line, right? It's 3 away from 4, it's 1 away from 8, and 2 away from 9. So it must go this way. It cannot go to the 6 because that's 3 away from 3, so it must go this way. So this is not on the line. It can't go down here because then it would not connect as a loop. So this is not valid either. This then must go this way. And it could connect that way. So this has to be, we have 2 and 7 remaining in row 7. This obviously has to be 7, which makes this 2. It could go to the 2 here. We don't know. 3 has to be next to 7, 8, or 9 on a whisper 5 loop. So this is 8 or 9, cannot be 8, so this is 9. That 9 eliminates 9 here, so it's 5, which makes this 9. That leaves this digit as 1 or 2 in row 8, and it cannot be 2 because of 2 in the column. So this is 1, which makes this 2, which makes that 1. 9 here eliminates 9 here, so it's 4. This can't be 4 or 9, it's 8. This can't be 4 or 8, it's 9, which eliminates 9 here, so that's 4 and 9. This can't be 4 or 9, it's 8. This can't be 8 or 9, it's 4. The 9 here eliminates 9 here, so it's 5 and 9. And that leaves this has to be as a 2, and this has to be a 5. And if we tried going this way, that would be 2 and 5 next to each other on a whisper 4 loop, which is not allowed. So these cannot be on the loop, and it must go this way. And this is a 5. And that's a solution. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of Japanese sums because it's kind of so I'm not very well versed in how it works or the intuitions of it. I hope that made sense though, what I was attacking, because it's always good to try out new puzzles every now and then, new type of puzzles, because it explores further what you can do, right? But Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of the Japanese sums rule, period. Um, but, it has its, you know, this had a high rating, and I'd like coloring things, so that's partly why I did it. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this solve, and I'll see you next time on Frank Puzzles. Take care.